On this date in Missouri Senate history, the date was November 13th, 1970, beginning of the fourth extra session of the 75th General Assembly. The governor had called lawmakers back to Jefferson City or to hold an extra session at the same time as regular session 3 times, 2 of these sessions having happened in 1970. The first was called the previous year, and this would also mark the final year lawmakers would meet in regular session every other year. This extra session would start at 10 a.m., some say fittingly, on Friday the 13th. The reason for the extra session was to appropriate emergency funds for the remainder of the fiscal year, which had started on July 1st. The day would begin with standard affairs for opening of most any session. In this case, lawmakers would hear from the governor himself, despite having just voted to have the call for the extra session printed in the Missouri Senate Journal. The address to both Missouri senators and representatives was also scheduled for 10 a.m. In his address, he again made his call for the extra session, emergency appropriations, capital improvements, mainly for adding new state buildings, additional revenue, meaning a tax increase for state voters to consider, budget considerations for the next fiscal year, which was still 8 months away. The total budget was just over $1.7 billion. Missouri senators would return to the upper chamber, introduce measures relating to the governor's call, and move to adjourn until the following Monday. This extra session would run through New Year's Eve. November 13th, 1970, the date marking the start of the fourth extra session of the 75th General Assembly on this date in Missouri Senate history.